Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan hima.
Kajilla Meghalaya, Hakajing Snok Tilang Batkari Barok away, Kalarke Yaka National Voters Day, Dakabapalong Yakajing Lang Kabakarpang, Yakaba Lapalong Ha Usosotam Auditorium Hashlong. Hakan Yakasi Lapale Yakate Kajing Lang da Ulat Kajilla Meghalaya Uba CH Vijay Shankar. Hakabala Sandran Lang, Daka DC Jonga East Khasi Hills District, Kakong RM Kurba, UCO UBDR Tiwari, Bat Chief Secretary Kajilla Uba Donald P. Walang. Nagalyang ulat Kajilla UCH Vijay Shankar, ulapanya Yakajing Shimkular Jongka National Voters Day, Yakabala Buot Saki Weipat, Kirio Paukmat, Bat Kinongwan, Hakate Kajing Lang. Kani kajing shimkular, kapens kambyang ya kajing IT ha kajing long jong kasensyar patba, bat kajing don kam jong kajing tap vote ha kaba panwandur ya kalaway jong kari. Haba ajing kran ha kani kasi ulat kajilla UVJ Shankar, ula banjur ya kajing koridor jong ka National Voters Day, da kababanrap baha kani kasi kalong kajing penkanmao ya kahok bat kajing kit kli jong ki patba, ha kakam sensyar patba, Bat ongru bakani kade kajing rekhe ya kajing la luat jongki bat ngidei banjiet ekinong yalam jongi bat bansandur ya kalawai jongi kani kajing yalang kalong ban kentiu ya kajing sothu jongki nong tap vote bat ban penslur ya kinong shongshnong ban penon kam ya ka hok tap vote jongki dagawa pelong ya ka Meghalaya bakan yo ya ka thong ka bakongsan ha kajing penrung kerteng ya kinong tap vote kani kajing rekhe kalong kajing penchisha ya kajing shimkhia jong ka jilla ha kajing long jingman jong ka sensyar patba
Decisions of India having abiding faith in democracy hereby pledge to uphold the democratic traditions of our country and the dignity of free, fair and peaceful elections and to vote in every elections
with a prize money of rupees 5,000. Secondly, I call Shrishti. And finally, bid number 3014 and the prize money of rupees 5,000. $1,500. Category above 50 years female, bid number 4001 with a prize money of rupees 5,000, money of rupees 3,500. The photographers there are many photographers from the state who have contributed towards this, and our layout and design is done by Eliazar Derband Harshila.
In which every citizen have the right to exercise and express their desires in choosing and statesmen who will lead us to our future generations for the next decade to come and to take care of our money, our children's education, jobs, infrastructure, etc. Therefore, everyone should get together involve especially parents and elders in every household and families in exercising their right to vote, in electing leaders and statesmen, in exercising our voting rights and not waste our votes to repent in leisure for not being electing the right leader and start the blame game if we decline to come forward. Remember, if you do not exercise your right to vote, you have no right to complain or criticize. Kindly note, your vote is the voice of freedom, and you alone will be responsible in determining your future as well as the future of our upcoming generations and the welfare of our beloved state and nation.
I am bound to repeat that we do recognize and appreciate all the efforts put in by the state's election department, and it is for sure that democracy has gone a long way by leaps and bounds, but we have just one request that we have been making from year to year through various mediums, and I'm glad that today we have our Honorable Excellency the Governor, and I hope he can sound this out to the Honorable President of India. Indian democracy is vibrant, is good, but for one thing, the electronic voting machines, they are man-made. And I have sounded this out to the Election Commission in a meeting way back in 2018, that anything man-made can be manhandled. If forward-looking countries like Germany, Japan, the United States still stick to the ballot paper, why not India to have true democracy so that there leaves no room for ambiguity for any person who is a voter of this great nation. We have low voting turnout specifically because of such ambiguity. And going by news reports, we can assume that there are manipulations in bigger states in this great country of ours. So with all humility at my command, I would request our Honorable Governor to kindly sound this concern to the Honorable President of India, and maybe the office of the President can influence the Election Commission of India. With these few words, I wish everyone a very happy National Voters' Day.
Of the Khasi Hills and the Jaintia Hills has already been announced. The final electoral roll for all the constituencies will be published by the respective deputy commissioners, and the ROs of the various constituencies in both the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council and the Jaintia Hills Autonomous District Council will start receiving the nomination papers from various contesting candidates. I would like to request all the eligible voters to come out and vote on 21st of February 2025 to exercise their franchise to elect the members of the district councils in these two autonomous district councils. As we know, the deputy commissioners of the districts in the Khasi and Jaintia Hills region are responsible for conducting these elections in a free and fair manner. I am grateful to the Office of the Chief Electoral Officer for all the help that they have rendered in terms of providing us the electoral database, on the basis of which the deputy commissioners have been able to publish first the draft rolls and will be now publishing the final electoral rolls just on Monday, a few days from today. So thank you to the Office of the CEO. I would also like to acknowledge the guidance received from our respected Chief Secretary, sir, from time to time, and the hard work put in by all the deputy commissioners, the additional deputy commissioners, the assistant commissioners, in fact the entire district administration, the police administration, and all of the DCs who have worked tirelessly in the last month, in fact, to ensure that the preparations for the elections are on in full swing and that the government, through the Office of the Deputy Commissioners, are ready to conduct the District Council elections in a free and fair manner. So I take this opportunity to once again thank our respected chief guest, our respected guest of honor, and the Office of the CEO who have invited me here to share this message on this important National Voters' Day. And I wish each and every one of you once again a very happy National Voters' Day 2025. With these few words, I conclude my address. Kublai Shibon, Mithela, and Jai Hind.
Of all the citizens of the state to vote. This day marks the establishment of the Election Commission of India, which has been entrusted with the monumental task of conducting free, fair and transparent elections in the largest democracy of the world. I vote for sure. And this theme is to encourage and educate citizens to take part in the festival of democracy and the importance of exercising the right to vote. Today, we not only celebrate the fundamental right to vote, but also reinforce our commitment to democracy. This occasion serves as a reminder of the power each one of us. It's a very unique power. Whether you're the governor, with due respect, or the chief secretary, or just a student who qualifies, we all have equal power, and that is one vote. It's not that governor has 5 votes or I have 3 votes. We all are equal, and that is the power of democracy. And this will shape the future of nation with your participation in the process of elections through our votes. Over the years, we have seen several landmark decisions taken by the Election Commission of India. I would like to repeat a few of them. The most important one is the introduction of VVPAT, that is VVPAT, which stands for Voter Verified Paper Audit Trail. This is attached with the electronic voting machine, and it is a very crucial piece of evidence and transparency to embolden and to empower the citizen who feel reassured that his vote has been casted and has been casted correctly. So therefore, this intervention by the Election Commission of India is one of the landmark decisions taken in the last few years. Also, you are all aware that the online registration of voters has also started, and the beauty of the whole thing is that anyone who has attained the age of 18 can register online, which was not there many years back. You have to fill the form, you have to go to Deputy Commissioner's office, you have to go to SDO office. Now everything is done online. This is to encourage that no one is left behind. Our Honorable Governor was saying, are there any people who don't have votes when we are inspecting the photographs? In fact, the process of registration is a continuous process. Anyone can register anytime if he feels that, and if he sees that his name is not there in the electoral rolls. Then another point which the Election Commission has taken is accessibility. The CEO was mentioning about the assured minimum facilities, AMF. We always have meetings before the conduct of the elections to ensure AMF, that is assured minimum facilities, whether it's electricity in the polling station, whether it's water, whether it's accessibility, whether it's a ramp to be given to all those who are physically challenged. these are all compulsory and mandatory requirements to have water, to have electricity at all the voting places. So this is also a landmark decision. I remember conducting elections about 20 years back, 25 years back when we were in the districts. These were not requirements at all. We just ensure that the voting party goes there, electronic voting machines or ballot papers, depending on what election and which year, are present, and people come and just start voting. We never looked at the convenience of the voters. Now, we are taking so much care that wheelchairs are also provided to the voters. So therefore, the Election Commission of India is mandated and committed also to ensure that no one is left behind and everyone comes to vote.
Meghalaya is a very beautiful state. Not only beautiful state, as far as the information have been gathered here, the issue related to conducting elections, one of the most peaceful state is able to conduct the elections peacefully. This is really, I am proud to say, this all credit goes to people of Meghalaya. Conducting the election itself, a big challenge today in the country. That to conducting elections peacefully, it is another challenge before the Election Commission. Here in case of Meghalaya, both of the issues, not at all an issue at all. Meghalaya is a beautiful state, is not only known for its breathtaking landscape, rich culture and vibrant traditions, but also for its strong commitment to democratic values. One of the most remarkable aspects of democracy in Meghalaya is the deep connections between the democratic principles and the indigenous communities that reside here. The state is home to various indigenous groups such as Kasi, Garo and Jantia tribes, who have their own traditional forms of governance. These systems are rooted in democracy, where the community plays a central role in decision making. Today, as we celebrate the 15th National Voters' Day, a day dedicated to honoring the essence of democracy and the crucial role in each one of us plays in shaping the future of our nation. On this day, the Election Commission of India recognizes the importance of every voter, as their participation forms the foundation of vibrant democracy. In India, every vote counts, as our Honorable Chief Secretary told earlier. Every vote counts. Our Constitution guarantees all citizens the fundamental right to vote, irrespective of their gender, caste, religion, or socio-economic status. This right is in our democracy and empowered individuals to participate in the electoral process. As we observe National Voters' Day today, let us reflect on the immense privilege we have as a citizen of India. Our democracy gives us the opportunity to see the future, to hold our leaders accountable, and to ensure that our voices are heard. The act of voting is powerful, and it is a responsibility we must all embrace with pride and commitment. I urge all citizens, especially the youth, to register as voters, to educate themselves about the candidates and issues, and most importantly, to exercise the right to vote in every elections. As I have been told earlier in my speech, every vote counts. Before I assumed this charge as a governor of Meghalaya, I have been contested 9 of the general elections. 6 of the parliament, 2 of the assembly, 1 is legislative council. I was in assembly as assembly member. Twice I was a member of parliament from Mysore, 98 and 2004. Again I had come back to state politics. I was a legislative council member, and I was a minister also in the state government. I have been served as a forest minister. As I have been told you, I have been contested 9 of the elections. The accountability, every 5 years we have to go before the voters. We are answerable ultimately. Until unless we win the hearts of a common man, again we cannot come back to the house. The second parliament elections, I won the elections against Maharaja of Mysore. As you know, the Maharaja of Mysore, their background, common voter, he has got lots of sentiments towards that family. Traditional background is there, spiritual background is there, legacy is there. Even then also, ultimately people defeated Maharaja of Mysore and allow me to go to parliament to serve as a parliament member. It shows until unless we win the heart of a common man, we win the heart of a common voter, we cannot come back and assume charge of either MLA or MLC or even from the local elections. We have to think in that way. Moral values. When I contested the first assembly election during 1991, around about 34 years back, I went defeated narrowly, just 1,500 votes. I was able to take 40,000 votes in the assembly election. Though I have been defeated narrowly, 1,500 votes. 35 years back. We have seen those days also, and today election also we are able to see. The differences we are able to find. Ultimately, who is responsible? If at all morally we have come down, ultimately we are answerable. If something goes wrong, you have no any other alternative way other than democracy. This is the duty of each and every citizen to see that this system should remain forever. It is not a responsibility of any individual. It is a responsibility of each and every citizen of this country. In that way, Election Commission is conducting this kind of functions only to create awareness in the mind of the common man, to understand the importance of each and individual voter. I am really very thankful to all of you people who have been conducted this function on behalf of the Election Commission. I have been invited here and to be part of this program today.